覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
Welcome to Wordbreaker Coo's Reviews. I'm your host, Wordbreaker Coo, and today we are doing my top 10 2017 Marvel Legend repaints. Basically, Marvel Legends that are basically the exact same figure with just maybe one minor update or a new paint job or hodgepodge of different figures. So we're looking at figures that you've seen before multiple times. These are my favorite 10. Let's get right to it with the 2-pack MJ Spider-Man. He's number 10 because I do like this figure. I like the tech version of the Spider-Man suit there. Everything else is pretty much very similar to the Peter Spider-Man that you've seen 1,000 times before, but he does have a new face. So a lot of collectors are after this pack just so they can have the Peter Parker head. And the funny thing is the eyes on this character, or the eyes on this Spider-Man costume, also had a similar bluish glow. So, definitely worthy of number 10. Move right along to number 9. We have Scott, aka Cyclops. He is using a similar mode you've seen 1,000 times before. It's the Bucky Cap mode with some boots and a regular Cyclops head that you've also seen before. Not the Jim Lee version that came out this year. So again, this is more or less another repeat or repaint. But I really dig this one. I really dig this one a lot. I wish the original 90s Scott or Cyclops had the same paint job. Might have helped him out get a little higher. So after number 8, because we can count, we're going to go to... I guess we can't count. We are now going to 8. Number 8 is Venom Pool. And I know some people are wondering, like, wait a minute. Come on, Worldbreaker. There's a lot of newness here, right? Not really. Not really. It's another paint job, folks. It's still the Bucky Cap mode. A katana with a different color that we've seen before. This head here is actually the head from Blizzard. And the symbiote arms in the back, that came from Agent Venom. So again, we have another repaint, but it's a good repaint. He's got the flipping hand. Well, that's not flipping hands. That's kind of like the rocking hands. But it looks good. It looks really good. I guess you could say flipping too. It kind of looks like for Deadpool. It looks kind of he's going like rock on, man. But I like the paint job on this. Pretty clean. I just don't recommend pre-ordering these from GameStop because they're a real pain. You're better off just trying different stores to see if they actually have them in. But definitely worthy of the number 8. So number 7. We're moving right along, folks. This is going to be a quicker review. To number 7 with our Black Widow. And again, you might be saying, hey, well, actually, you should not be saying she looks new because this is the same teeny bopper mode you've seen for every other figure, which I don't agree with the body for this. She should have been like a full woman body, but it works. And that's the Mary Jane head. So shame on Hasbro for doing that, but at least they took the freckles off and took the shading away. I personally will be using a different head for one of the Jean Grey heads for this Black Widow. Or when the 2-pack comes, the motorcycle vehicle pack comes out, I'll probably use one of those heads for this Black Widow instead. But I love this character. I love the actual costume, even though it's so basic. So yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. Moving right into number 6 is the Jewel. The only Defenders pack that I felt worthy to be on this countdown because the rest of them are pretty lackluster, unfortunately. We've got, this is basically Silk, folks. If you have Marvel Legends Silk, you have this figure. All they've done was just give it fist and dyed the hair and painted the costume. And this list is not to rag Hasbro or anything like that. It's just I'm obviously liking these figures, but there is a lot of retooling here, just to kind of just push something out fast as you can. You know, nothing special here. I do think the paint job is really exceptional. I would love to see somebody try to use this for like a blink, like a blink. You guys remember that Age of Apocalypse blink? I would love to see that on this one. So again, another fun Defenders character. Glad I bought the box set overall. So now we're going to get into our top 5, or my top 5, because I don't know what your top 5 is. Please put it down in the comments if you want to show it. But we've got Symbiote Spider-Man, or Black Suit Spider-Man, depending on which direction you want to go with this. This is my favorite Spider-Man costume. Favorite one. You know, favorite one, hands down. Again, it's the Pizza Spider costume that you've seen before. It's nothing special, but man, does it look good. And I can get this guy in so many great poses because of his he looks like he has anger problems with the eyes. You know what I mean? I mean, it just looks like he's angry. Look at that, right? I love it. I love it. This is my favorite Spider-Man in my collection. And yeah, I would love to actually get a few more like features, maybe like one with his eye like kind of like squinting, like he's pissed. But again, same kind of figure you've seen before, but I like him. So moving on along, we are moving to number 4. Folks, I was super excited that they did the vintage wave because it got me a chance to pick up Wolverine. I missed him in the X-Men wave, could not locate him anywhere, and I could not find him for anywhere less than $45, which I just was not paying. Especially considering my favorite Wolverine costume is actually the blue and yellow, followed by the X-Force, then this one. So, actually, no, that's like 2 other suits before this one. So, this really isn't my favorite, but this is my first costume that I saw Wolverine in the comics. So, I love this suit. It also came with an additional head. They lightened up the color browns in this as well and added some hair right there. So, they killed it. They did a good job on this one. Very much like it. Very much like it. So, that's the number 4. Now, we have gotten to our top 3. I always feel bad about showing this one, because a lot of people didn't get a chance to get the HasCon Deadpool. I hope they release this so more people can get it, because it really is a good figure, and there's no reason why it should be an exclusive. I hate when they make exclusives be like a character that somebody really loves, because this is really a good update to the red one we got from X-Men Wave in 2016. It's virtually the same one. It's just repainted. They changed the boots. I forget whose boots these are, but you've seen them before. Still the Bucky Cap mode. A lot of the same tooling here. The gun's like a Hydra gun. It's just, things are painted, folks. I mean, there's not like a whole lot of newness on here. I don't think there is at all, really. Except for that, maybe that little neck piece right there. I think it's like his teleporter. Maybe not, I can't remember. But I love this. This thing definitely is worthy of top 3. But folks, don't pay $180 for this thing. Don't go more than 30, because as good as it is, it's just not worth paying those scalper prices, so don't do it. So number 3, X-Force Deadpool. My top 2 here are pretty interesting. This one, because most people probably had a hard time finding this for a while, and now it's hitting Walmarts everywhere. And I'll be guessing because the movie's coming out, but I hope Walmart kind of does not get any more exclusives. They're going to keep doing stuff like that, because they do have another Black Panther coming out. That's more of an update to a comic, and that one looks fantastic, and it's a new body, so I really hope they get their stuff together, because I got this one very lucky 6 months ago, and now it's just now hitting stores in big numbers. But I love that this is the Black Panther that very much so got me into reading Black Panther. I think the graphic novel that goes with it is called Who is Black Panther? It's an awesome story, and this costume is just what it is. It's the update to the old bluish black one that they had years ago, but they just threw in like a couple of Craven items and an Adam Warlock item and Craven necklace and did a better paint job, and there you go. You got an update. So, you know, hey, if you got this stuff already, don't break the bank sometimes, especially if it looks good. So, number one, and had this figure not been a repaint, it probably would have been my top 5 figure Marvel Legends figures, maybe top 3, probably, and definitely one of my figures of the year. But because it's a repaint, I did not. But I absolutely, positively, flat out love this Ares figure. I don't like the legs because they're old school, the ball socket joints there. But man, do I love me some Ares. This guy was awesome in Dark Reign. He was awesome fighting Sentry until he got killed. Spoiler. I hope Marvel brings him back in, because he kind of replaced Thor in the Avengers while Thor was MIA, aka dead. So he was Thor for a while, basically, you know, but just brutal. I mean, I love that this guy, look, he's just jacked. I mean, man, they did a good job. Like, he's still out of date, like his head and everything like that, still not the best. You can't really move it, but I think they did a great update when they did it. And this is really faithful to the source material. And it just makes me happy that I actually got this figure, because he was one of the ones I saw when I first started collecting. Like, man, I would love to get that one day, but that's not going to happen because he's like $100. Then that same summer, boom, here he is, $20 from a set. So guys, gals, everyone, this is my top 10 repaints. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've got maybe 1 or 2 more top 10s to do before I stop doing them. But I figure, like, you know what? We had a whole year that had great stuff. Why not, you know, showcase some of that stuff? So, thanks for watching. Peace and Aries grease.